All right, and welcome to episode 14 of the Zero 1 Shootout. This is Mark Redman, and I'm joined as always by my buddy Minders. Minders, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Mark. How about yourself?
Not too bad, and had an interesting Saturday night this past weekend. Uh, I see you
Very
finished your
interesting.
prize. You finished your prize back there. You got both halves of the door from
I
the show
do.
previous,
I even
and
have one of
not
them
only that,
signed.
yeah, by your favorite wrestler of all time, Jake Lander.
Yep.
So we got a good show today. We got Rahne Victoria joining us from Thursday Night Throwdown. She's one of the honchos there, and yeah, we got a lot to talk about. But I think we have to introduce a new segment first, Menders. Uh,
Oh, do we?
we've been teasing it, so we're gonna play this real quick, and then we'll get to our guest here. So here we go.
Hello, sinners and Zero1 Shootout podcast fans. It's your boy Dallas Preacher with your fun wrestling fact of today. Today in pro wrestling history on March 1st, 1999 on Monday Night Raw, Draws beat Steve Blackman in a kendo stick match. And that is a fact. Another fun fact for today is this past Saturday at Zero1's Every Rose Has Its Thorn, while my back was turned, former Zero1 heavyweight champion Marvin decided to take that opportunity to schwack me with a kendo stick. So here's another fun fact for the day. On May 6th, at the Decatur Civic Center at War Games, Marvin can bring his little kendo stick. But when he steps in the cage with me, I'm going to take that little stick away from him. I'm going to shove it up his stupid butt and turn him into a popsicle. And that's not a prediction, my friends. That is a prophecy. This fun fact of the day has been brought to you by the best faction in all of professional wrestling, the Lowlights.
So
I'm glad we're getting our
my big
fun fact of the week.
Me too. I think that's been needing to happen here. Never heard slack used as a verb for hitting somebody before, but
Yeah. It was interesting. I had a good few good chuckles.
yes, I hear my wife laughing in the background. I think there's a delay from Facebook to YouTube. Uh, we're asking her, are we having trouble with the sound? I don't think so. I mean, I'm hearing everything all right if you are. Uh,
I am.
if anybody else is having problems with it, throw it in the comments there. We'll work on it. Minders, I think it's time to bring our guest in.
Yep.
She is a former Zero 1 women's champion. Yep, there you go. You got the T-shirt. And she's, I guess, the co-general manager of Thursday Night Throwdown. So let's bring her in. Rahne Victoria, how you doing? Oh, hang on. I
Uh-oh.
think you're muted. Hang on. Can you hear me? Hmm.
We don't
Let's
have
see.
any sound yet. Oh no.
Oh, yep. Uh-oh. I think you might be muted there. Let's see.
Technical
It's,
difficulties as always, guys. Sorry about
oh yeah.
this.
Oh, it happens. Usually it's me. But
Usually.
yeah. Let's see. Hey, Rahne, can you hear me? Oh, hang on. Not on. She's not on mute. She said, okay, so we'll have to figure that out as we move along here. All
I'm not sure what the problem would be. Hey, anybody got
right.
suggestions? We'll take suggestions.
I am not a technical wizard, but let's see. Yeah, this is Spin Squirrels here. Let's see.
Oh wait, maybe.
Oh, headphones.
Maybe. Look at her and her professional. All her professional stuff there, Mark. We're not that cool.
No, we're not.
I'm impressed.
I mean, it took me like what 10
No.
episodes to get my sound normal.
I can see you're talking, but I can't hear you.
What?
Did you get her working?
Not yet.
She's gonna try again, I think.
That's a.
Probably. If you don't see like muted, whatever on your end,
Mm-hmm.
it's probably on her end.
Mm-hmm.
Her headset or
Yeah.
settings or whatnot.
Yep.
Hopefully she'll be able to jump back in. We'll be able to hear her. That was
The glitch says, could it be something through the computer? If anybody would know, it would be somebody called the glitch. I
right.
suppose.
Hey, I need to send out a big thank you to the glitch. He helped me out Saturday night. He helped me load that into my car. So thank you, glitch. Appreciate it.
That's just door-to-door service there, right? Literally.
Yeah.
I think I saw Marvin moving the other door out for somebody else.
Yeah, I think I did too. Well, you know what, Mark? While we wait for rain, we could go ahead and talk about the card for tomorrow night.
Yeah, we can get into that a little bit here.
We'll kind of touch base.
Actually, first let's get a cheap plug in for one of our buddies here, Minderz, real quick. March 19th in Sliders Indicator, CMC is doing his show. For the proceeds going to St. Jude Children's Hospital. It's afternoon show at 5 p.m. is when the show starts. Doors open at 4:30, and yeah, it should be good. Probably several of the Zero1 talent there, and I know you and I are both going.
Yep, we are both going. We have a comment. You have not missed rain. We're having some technical difficulties.
It is. She looks like she's back in. Let's see if we have some more luck here. Rain, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right,
we can hear you now too.
I figured it out.
It would not be an episode without somebody having technical difficulties. But so how are you doing? It's been a long weekend.
I'm exhausted, but I'm okay.
Well, you've made it through February.
Yeah, fatal February.
Fatal February.
That was fun.
That was a lot of fun. It's good to see CMC walk away with the belt, although there was a lot of distractions during it.
Yep.
All right. So I guess my first question is, as far as who's running the show on Thursdays, it's you and Rob kind of co-GMs. Is one of you like a commissioner? One of you is like the host? What's the dynamic there?
Like, I guess I make a lot of the decisions, but I also ask Rob's opinion on a couple things. And as you can see, Rob runs the show on Thursdays. He makes a lot of decisions in the moment.
Right.
I do a lot of the planning backstage, the organizing.
Right.
And happy to have Rob, though. He's a very integral part of the Thursday Night Throwdowns for sure, as well as Big Zero1.
Yeah, even though the Low Lives call him the general meddler, I mean, I don't know about all that business, but so we're just a little over 2 months into Thursday Night Throwdown. What's your overall impression so far? How do you think it's going?
You know, we have more people willing to travel out to Edgewood than I thought, because, you know, we're in the middle of nowhere. But I'm just more impressed with the athletes that are willing to put in the work. And, you know, they're willing to ask for feedback to grow, and they're earning opportunities on the way. So there's not a lot of money in the indies in the beginning, so I appreciate everything everyone's doing, traveling to me, letting me have them on my roster, and I hope they continue to put in the work, because we can promise that if you do, you're going to get an opportunity at Big 01.
We saw that this weekend too, with some of the guys that are down there at Edgewood did step up Saturday at the shows. So that it was fun to see them. It was fun to see them there.
Yeah, I like the crossovers, and it's going to be interesting to see them all grow up.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, you've kind of been with the dojo since the beginning. So I'm not trying to have you like point certain ones out, but is there anybody that you've been impressed with their growth, or multiple ones that you've been impressed with how much they've grown since they walked through the doors?
I think they've all grown in their different ways, but you can tell which ones have grown just by watching them. Like, the fans can make that decision, and a lot of them are putting in as much work as they can. Some of them are supporting their families. They can't put as much work in as someone else. There's a lot of mental factors that go into wrestling. It's not all about the athletic ability. So if you ask me, it's one of the most difficult mental things that I've ever done. And so some people have a lot to overcome. And I think as long as you just keep trying and you have that goal in mind, whatever it may be, you'll get there.
Go ahead, Mark. What you got?
I've been really glad to see, like, the I don't know if you'd call it a co-op, but the stuff you guys are doing with Team Ambition, not just on the Saturday shows, but these young guys that you're bringing in every week that just add something, because you can tell how hard your kids are working at the dojo, but then to get them, like, almost like another learning curve just from these guys that have been working with, like, Camaro and Davey and Warhorse, all these guys. So and you say it's very valuable to get some of these outside, even guys like the Bruisers from Kentucky that have a little bit of experience. Have they been, like, extra helpful in helping some of these guys progress?
Oh yeah, definitely. I was grateful for the Bruisers. They may have a bad attitude, but they know what they're doing, and I was appreciative that they made it all the way here for to help out our kids. And I think there's a balance that I struggle with a little bit, because I want to put on a show that everybody wants to see, but also, like, everybody knows the main goal of our show is to help the athletes improve. So I get into a situation where I'm making matches, where we're with the situations that have gone on with bad attitudes and whatnot. But I also know that my kids and my guys, they need some more experienced people in there. And right now, I wish I could be in there. I wish I could be in there coaching them, like, firsthand. But right now, I'm out of commission. So it's an interesting balancing act on my end. So,
well, why don't we just talk about the card for tomorrow night, Mark?
Yeah, why don't we do that? We got it all loaded up here. Rain, if you don't mind going through some of this with us. Mm-hmm. So the first thing that popped up was Mad Dog. They said they're going to be there, and I guess it came down today that Connolly's going to take on Sid Manson tomorrow. And I think interesting would be an understatement for this one. I think that could be a little hairy for some of the ringsiders there if they're not careful.
Yeah, I know when Mad Dog's around, I kind of take myself to the back just to protect myself. I I respect him, but he scares me. So when he contacted me and said, "Hey, who's that freak with the silver face paint?" I
Ooh.
said, "Well, that's Sid Manson," and he said, "I want to wrestle him." So
Ooh.
that was an easy decision.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'll see you there. When can you make it? We'll make it happen.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Sid had a response. He's ready. But I don't know if he really is. I don't know if
Is anybody really ready for Connolly?
I was gonna say I don't know if we ever are or will be. But speaking of improvement, I started around the same time, and just to see like Conley grow into where he needs to be and wants to be, that's great. And it's just really cool to see everything evolve.
Yeah. That's another person I've seen that's grown from what I would call quote unquote lower mid card to main event. And that's been awesome to see.
Yeah, it's just to put it in perspective. The first Zero1 show I ever went to, Minderz warned me when I first went in there. She said, "If Connolly comes out, watch out because he will throw a chain." And sure enough, first guy out of the curtain was Connolly, and there goes the chain. I had to kind of be on my toes, so I kind of set the bar for me going to the live events.
Something's gonna be wrong, that's for sure.
Yeah, I just saw that one too about Mad Dog isn't ready for the psychopath that is Sid Manson. I don't know if Sid Manson's ready for the craziness that Mad Dog Conley is, but we shall see.
Yeah, Sid might catch a break though, because Connolly might be pretty banged up from the dog collar match still from Saturday. So
I don't
there's
think
a time to.
I don't think that's going to stop Mad Dog at all.
Well, no.
Pains in the mind, right?
Yeah, right. So what we got? What's the next match, Mark?
Next up, we've got. Okay, this confuses me here. Stetson Winters and Jesse Reigns against Dallas Preacher and Big Man Chan. Every week, it seems like Chan's getting his ass kicked by these guys, but he keeps popping back up again, teaming up with them or introducing them. What the hell's going on over there?
I think it's a little psychosis from the low lives. I've had it. I was part of them once. Embarrassingly so. I'm so embarrassed I can't even say the word. They get in your heads. They think. They're kind of cool, right? I like one of them, even though
only one.
only one that I like. Tolerate every day. No, he's pretty cool. But I think it's just a mental game. Joey's at the top, so why would you not want to try and keep impressing him? Joey's going to give Chan tasks every week. Chan's probably going to take it. I mean, he is the coolest guy in school, right?
Sure. We like Big Man Chan. He's a friend, so yeah.
He's a buddy.
I meant Joey. Joey's the coolest guy in school.
Okay.
And all right. Chan wants to impress him,
Yeah. Okay. I see where you're going with that.
Yeah, and then Joey's got some thinking about for War Games coming up. But we'll get to that a little later on. So we'll see what happens there. Next up, we got CMC and Theo White, and I kind of saw this coming after the end of the ladder match because it's good. Obviously, it's going to be a title match, but seeing as how
it might be non-title, I'm not sure. I've had a little bit of discussion with Rob and others about the titles being defended on Thursdays because I don't know. Was there an announcement from Jacques today? Or will that be tomorrow?
I saw something about making everybody earn a shot at the Shining Light Championship. But,
yeah. So I just think it goes back to that balance where it's kids getting experience versus, the more experienced people. And I don't think every match should be a title shot. I think it should be earned. So Jacques said it themselves.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'd agree
I
with
think
that.
we kind of looked at it that since Theo was the one that CMC climbed over and was in that ladder match, that we kind of felt like Theo earned a shot. But then again, I mean, I understand. I get where you're coming from.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, it's a toss up. I mean, it just comes down to like between it's usually me and then I ask for Rob's opinion, but just comes down to what I want to do. And I think CMC really earned that, not just in that match, but earned his title.
Yeah.
So Theo, you know, he's got kind of a bad attitude recently, but it doesn't mean he doesn't get a title shot.
Right.
Actually, the first person tomorrow's going to be starting the show. There's going to be a contract signing between Eli Wilder and B.A. Malkin because those two can't keep their hands off each other. They can't. And I don't really know what the original beef is. I really couldn't tell you. But it's entertaining, and I like to see it. But they can't keep their hands off weapons either.
Nope.
So,
I'd say I've got pictures of what BA's back looked like last week.
Yeah.
And it was crazy.
It was brutal, man.
Yeah.
He got his ass handed to him in that match. But he's going to have a chance to redeem himself after that. The contract signing is going to be for a no DQ or no holds barred match, however you'd like to call it. And that's going to be between Wilder and Malkin, and whoever wins that match will have their first opportunity to challenge CMC for the title.
Oh, okay. I like that. I like that a lot, actually.
That's a good call, yeah.
So, you know, they both used weapons against each other. They both have cost each other title shots. I think it's only fair that in a anything goes match, whoever wins that gets the title shot. Title shot.
Yeah, seems fair. Speaking of B.A. Malkin, and he's a guy that's really been impressing me the last several weeks. He's got Hippie Johnny, and Hippie Johnny had a heck of a night Saturday. He was one of the final two in that battle royal at the start of the show. But
I think he won.
He won.
Did he win?
He won.
I can never keep track.
It came down to him and Cameron Saturn. I was super excited about Cameron Saturn.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that person, but I was cheering for Hippie.
Yeah.
I call him Hippie J. Just consider it. Just consider it, Johnny. Hippie J sounds pretty cool.
It does. It does.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like I said, with Malkin, the stuff with Eli aside, he's been really showing out the last 3 or 4 weeks from what I've seen out of him. So I think this is going to be a fun one. Hippie Johnny, he fights a little dirty, but you know, you got to sometimes, you know. Hey Minderz, I like that water bottle. I think David commented that in there.
Yeah, Dave liked my water bottle.
Everyone should get one, he says.
Everyone needs one.
Yeah, I got the coffee mug. I don't have the water bottle, but let's move on to the next thing. You mentioned Jacques. And Jacques has a match with High Voltage Cat, who's referee Cat Carter's best friend, apparently.
They're just friends, though.
Yeah, we were a little concerned last week because the Cat just disappeared when she went up to go look for an opponent for Jacques, and then just nobody saw anything out of her the rest of the night. So
yeah, I heard she rolled her ankle, reporting like repeatedly looking for an opponent. So, good thing High Voltage Cat was there.
Yeah,
I was super excited to see High Voltage Cat.
Yeah, very impressive.
Yes.
Yeah, they had a hell of a match.
That was a heck of a match.
So. Yeah, definitely.
And this one, also non-title, I would.
Yeah, this one is non-title.
Okay.
But you know, maybe Cat can prove herself.
Yeah.
Prove herself worthy.
So if Kat wins tomorrow, I feel like that would give her the next shot. So
you know, that would give her some ammunition for sure.
It would.
But I have a lot to say, but I don't know how much influence I really have on someone like Jacques.
How much influence
Really,
does anybody really have over Jacques?
That's what I mean. They are their own person with influences that are not me.
Yeah.
They are a flower crown, apparently.
Yeah.
And I think the crown say has more impact on mine than mine.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, maybe. We'll talk to Rob about it. See what we can come up with.
It was always weird seeing Chan talking to the flowers at ringside. So I don't know what's going on with that, but neither here nor there, I suppose. So we'll have to see what happens there. So is Chan officially done with Jacques?
I am not sure. I think Chan's just so distracted and trying to impress Joey that Jacques been handling things on their own. So
yeah, Jacques hasn't really missed a beat, that's for sure. So
no.
All right. Next one up here, we got Devontae Knox and 5-star Jesse J, even though Minderz likes to get sassy and call him 3-star.
I give him 3-star, which is more than what the crowd at Edgewood gives him. They only give him 1 star, so I give him at least 3 stars.
Hey, I give him 5. He's one of my favorites.
He went from 2.5 to 3, so we're getting there. Maybe eventually he'll actually get 5 stars.
Yeah. Well, if anybody can get him there, it's probably Devontae, I would say.
Yep, he's been talking in the back. You know, getting his feathers all riled up about how he, I think he's had 2 wins in the last 2 weeks, so he's getting a little high on himself and said that he wants to prove himself, and what other way than to wrestle Devontae Knox?
Be nice if it was an actual clean win, though, and not some foolery.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Can't say much.
Right?
Yeah.
Been there.
Right. All right. So next up, we got Eli. We talked about Eli a little bit. He's got his big contract signing at the top, but then he's got LDLC tomorrow night. And I got to say, I think DLC is probably one of the most consistently improving guys you've got. Every week it seems like he's just getting better and better.
Yeah, I would agree. He's definitely put in some work in and outside of the ring. So it's good to see that shift in attitude and shift in in-ring performance. I don't know what's going on with this El Magnifico fella, but it seems that he's trying to influence LDLC to the dark side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we noticed that at the last show.
Yeah,
we said it was no bueno.
No bueno.
No bueno. Yeah, no bueno. No tacos is no bueno as well.
No. Although I do, if he ever sells those Taco World Order T-shirts, I will be getting one because I'm all about the tacos. So.
Yep. I'm sure you can figure
Sweet
that out.
Yeah.
Translator on your phone.
There you go.
All right. And then speaking of Magnifico, he's got Tyler Scott, my buddy. He's from my neck of the woods, so I got a soft spot for Tyler. And Magnifico, I guess he's the Rudo in this match. He's gonna play dirty. Oh, jeez.
We'll see.
Well, yeah, because Tyler never gives up.
That's true. Sometimes to his detriment.
Yeah, sometimes. That's true. I know he's not too happy about the way his match ended with Blake either, but Blake shows up when he wants to. So he's on his own. He's on Blake Money Right time, and I'm not sure what to do with that guy.
Well, it seemed like Rob was handling him there for a little bit, but
he was, and then guess what? Blake didn't show up the next time because he doesn't like being told what to do, probably.
Yeah. I could see some of them being that way.
Heels are gonna heal, I suppose.
Yep.
But yeah. So, is there anything else you can add for what we can expect tomorrow outside of the match? I think this is all the matches that you've got announced. But
Yep, I think that's what we have for this week, and I guess there's always element of surprise, especially with Joey running around.
right. I'm sure
I don't even know what he's up to most of the time. Like sometimes you guys will see my face like, what are you doing? It's because I really don't know. Like I really don't know what that guy is up to.
Kind of like how he threw you under the bus last week.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, that last week or the week before, he said he emailed me. I write his emails. Okay, that guy wasn't emailing anybody. Nuh-uh. Nice try, buddy. Clearance, a doctor clearance. I didn't even know Dallas was there that night. I had a different match on the card.
Wow. So yeah, he obviously does do his. Oh wait, is that Lowlife's doing Lowlife things, Mark?
I think so. It's the same thing as that name Jordan Perry somehow hacking into our system and popping in during Marvin's episode a few weeks ago.
Oh my gosh. That's
we'll have to have a talk with those lowlifes.
Yeah. We
Not
originally
that they'll
blamed the
listen,
glitch, but he said it wasn't him.
Yeah, we tried to blame the glitch, but he said it wasn't him, so.
No, probably not.
Yeah. So I got one other question. I'm just out of curiosity. You got the TNT Championship, which is a very cool thing for your guys in Edgewood. You got a lot of tag teams out there between DC Black and the Bruisers, the O'Neill brothers when they come up. Have you guys given any thought to doing a Thursday Night Tag Team Championship by any chance?
I haven't heard much about that. I think it'd be better if the Bruisers and everybody made it to Saturday shows so that they could get an opportunity at the big 0-1 titles, the tag team titles. Then they could come to the Thursday Night Throwdown. But that TNT title is supposed to be pretty exclusive to Thursdays.
Okay.
Sounds good. Yeah, Mark's really excited. He really wants to see the Bruisers come on up to 0-1.
I like the Bruisers.
On Country Air, so
he really wants quite a few fans, even though they are kind of, what do you say? Messy, loud.
Yeah. Telling me that I need to know my place at a wrestling show. That's what he told me. I needed to know my place.
The first Thursday night we were out there, and she ran her mouth like she does. And
well, they are 6-0, Minderz.
No, they're not.
They are. They're 6-0.
I have no place to correct anyone. But
Eli agrees with me. No, they're not. That's all right. They can give me all the crap they want. I'm fine with it. Yeah, Dallas we think is actually undefeated. So. So
yeah. Joey's protecting his baby.
Of course he is.
He's got a gripe though. He was supposed to be in that 4-way match for the ladder match, but he got taken out. So he may have a legitimate beef with CMC. So
yeah, that's possible.
And if I know Joey, he'll pull all the strings,
No, that little shyster.
Although it was interesting to see what they did to Chris after the 0-1 show. The Lowlifes kind of took care of Mr. O'Brien. So, have you not seen that yet, Mark?
I heard about it. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
But I figured there was a receipt coming. So.
I figure.
Yeah, Chris messaged me. He's not going to be able to make it tomorrow. So,
Devontae better have his head on a swivel then. So.
Yeah.
But it's neither here nor there. Minderz, you got anything else you want to throw in at our guest here?
Not right now. I'm sure I'll come up with more questions after we let her go, but I've just really enjoyed being down at Edgewood, and I know we can't make it every week, and like this week we aren't going to make it, but we'll be there I'll be there next week. We don't know yet about Mark.
I think I'll be there next week. So,
but
yeah,
we both really want to
it's
see
been
what's going to happen with Eli and BA. I mean, that storyline's kind of great. So,
yeah, you guys definitely get a lot of credit for what you guys are doing down there. You're putting on good cards every week. I mean, the main thing, the fans are coming out for it, which is huge. And
Yeah.
so yeah, I think you guys are doing a heck of a job there. And
Yeah. We're
anything,
having
you
fun,
wanna-
and we want to have like a positive environment where everybody's welcome. We just I love
high
everyone.
respect.
So
The respect is most of the time very high down there.
yeah,
Everybody
and,
kind of respects everybody.
yeah, we don't need any of the not so good accepting behaviors. We don't need any of that. It's just not worth it. So yeah, we're I just taking every week as it goes, and everything. There's always a surprise for me as well, so it's always fun. Sometimes scary. I just wanted to say I appreciate everyone. I appreciate my roster so much. I hope they know that. I appreciate all the fans, and I appreciate you guys putting in all this effort into the podcast and helping us spread the word. And I just can't wait to see where it goes from here.
We're excited to follow
it's
it.
a blast.
So
Mm-hmm. I just mean everything too, like 0-1, 0-1 Thursday Night Throwdown, the podcast. I feel like we have it all. Also follow us, or what was it called? Subscribe to us on Patreon, please.
Put the banner up, Mark.
I got the banner. Hang on. Here we go.
There we go.
$5 a month, and you get to see every show that these guys are putting on, these wrestlers, these athletes, everybody. I can't even express into words how proud I am of them, and they're gonna be. I'm serious. It sounds like I'm just fluff talking. They are the future.
Yeah,
they are. All of them. All of them are gonna have their elements if they keep working as hard as they have been.
Yeah, very much so.
All right.
One more thing before I go. If there's anybody listening to this that is interested in coming to the dojo to train, how would they go about doing that?
Oh yeah, just message me or David Cavazos. Just message us, see if you want to come stop by. We have trainings on Sunday afternoon and Monday evenings, and then on Thursdays, of course, we have our shows. So if you just want to come check it out, please let us know. We're open to all levels, and if you're willing to put in the work, we'll put in the work with you.
Sounds good.
That's awesome.
Cool. Well, Rain, I feel like we have kept you a little long. We appreciate you taking the time to talk with us. Sorry about the technical issues earlier on, but
that was me.
It always happens on my end too. So
yeah.
Oh, hang on, David. Website. There's the website, zero1usa.com/dojo. All right. Well, Rain, we will let you get back to whatever it is you need to get back to, and then have a great show tomorrow. And we will see you soon.
Doors at 7. Show starts at 8.
Yep. Edgewood, Illinois. All right. Thank you,
Rain.
guys.
Thanks, Rain.
Yep.
I don't really know how to leave this.
Oh, I got you.
Well, that was good. That was nice to talk to her and get some insight.
Yes. Barry. If I wasn't so beat up, I'd sign up for the dojo.
Hey, if he wouldn't have had back surgery, I'm pretty sure he would have.
I'll tell you what, if I hadn't had 2 knee operations 15 years ago, I would have trained in some form or fashion. But, eventually, I don't know. I'd like to try it sometime just to say I tried it. But I've
Well, didn't you ask Chan to teach you how to take a bump?
I did. He might be willing to do that. I've been looking at this comment thread, Menders. The Glitch and Jesse J are having some kind of an exchange, and I think Jesse's wife is getting involved here too.
Yeah, I
Just
think so. That's what I've been watching. Yeah,
I'm just gonna scroll
been
down here.
watching all of this.
This
It's
is
been oh
oh boy,
yeah,
this is
it's
a show.
entertainment.
Well, I think we need to get
Hmm.
Jesse and both Jessies on at the same time to have a debate.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
All right, Mark.
oh boy,
We need to talk
it just
about
keeps going.
Saturday. Yeah, it does.
Before we do, uh,
Oh, that one's funny.
I need to mention something. On Sunday after I got off work, I put on Fight Plus and I watched the 6th anniversary show from Glory Pro in
Okay.
down by St. Louis, and a lot of Zero1 talent was on the show. Like, of course, Team Ambition guys that have been on Zero1 shows. Camaro was in the main event defending his title against Myron Reed. Great match. Uh, the O'Neill brothers were in the pre-show. Anik and Murphy was on in a four-way match. So just such a really good product, and that I think I've told you I want to try to get down there at some point and check them out live. But yeah, shout out to Glory Pro and the all the Zero1 talent that was there that jumped in there and did the thing on
I'm
Fight. So
I would say I'm wanting to catch an Anarchy show this year. That's my main goal. And Anarchy's out of I think they're still in Alton, Illinois. So right down there by St. Louis. So
yeah. Okay, so I just wanted to get that out there. Just kind of, if anybody, Fight Plus, seriously, it's like $5 a month. You get all like GCW, all kinds of extra independent shows, and you'll see some of these guys out there. If it's not like on the big shows, like for GCW, check out like Glory Pro, Anarchy, Wrestling Revolver. You get a lot of good stuff on there, and yeah. So I just wanted to get a little cheap plug in on that. Uh, so yeah, but now we'll get to this past Saturday, Menders. There it is. Oh, I gotta get Jesse's trash talk off of here. Uh, where'd it go? I lost track.
Mm.
Here it is.
There
Sorry
you
about
go.
that. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so Every Rose Has Its Thorn was this past Saturday. Really good show. Uh, some of the usual suspects were not ringside this month, but that did not dull the crowd at all.
Not at
It was an
all.
awesome crowd this past Saturday. Uh, honestly I was a little surprised that it was for all intents and purposes sellout for
It
the show,
was.
and
I wasn't surprised. I knew with the matches they had, I knew it was going to be.
yeah,
I
and
knew it was going to
everybody
be.
brought it. It was let's I guess we should just start with the top of the card, the dog collar match, Connolly and Camaro. Uh, I true to my word, I hid for most of this match. Uh,
True to my word,
I
I
couldn't
hid for most of this match.
I couldn't get into the concession area after you told me that there's no window, so I readjusted, just hung out by the gimmick table in the lobby, and I think
Did
I was
Stacy
actually
get hit with
hiding
a
with.
chair?
I don't
Did
know.
a ch-
She'll be listening.
oh,
She'll
I
be
thought
on
a
the comments
chair
here in a second.
slid into her
It may
legs.
have. It may have. But I was in the lobby with CMC and Devante, and they were lamenting they couldn't get to the gimmick tables to get their stuff.
I, I was over against
Hang
the
on.
wall, hidden behind my boys. So
Yes,
see, I
she
told you.
says.
I
So,
told you.
yeah. The wife. No faraway shows for us till after April because we are going to the Squared Circle Expo, Menders.
I am too.
Through, yep. No, I meant the Royal We. So I know you and
Oh,
Barry
all
were
three
going
of us.
also.
Gotcha. Well, all four
Yeah,
of us,
yeah.
because Bari's going too.
The wife I was trying to run was not fast enough. Story of
All of
my
us seem to
life.
have that problem. But yeah, it was a good match. It was brutal.
Yeah,
I was
a little
glad
surprised by
not
the
to see as
outcome.
much. I was surprised there was no blood.
I was surprised by that also. Uh, I was a little surprised that Camaro got choked out. I was expecting
Yeah.
a little bit more. Well, it was a hard hitting match, that's for sure. But I thought somebody was going to get knocked out, not choked out.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah, definitely
well, but
main event worthy match.
that's Conley's thing though. He
It
likes
is,
to
but
he likes to choke him out. So
yeah, yeah. But Camaro likes to knock the shit out of you. So
yeah, that's true too.
yeah. Also, and it's a little thing. I'm really big into details. I love when there's some sort of a street fight hardcore match when they're wearing street clothes. Camaro
Yep.
street clothes. So I thought that was a nice touch.
Yep.
Just makes more. It's my thing. It's like I'm also not a fan of run-ins with entrance music for the most part, for the same reason. It seems more, but that's more of a jumping the rail discussion than
Yeah, that's more
a
of
hero
a
on the shootout. That's a
yeah.
grumpy Gary discussion. So
It's a grumpy Gary discussion, which I'm sure we'll have
yeah.
plenty of those Tuesdays. So
Oh yes. Oh yes. Yes, yes, yes. We will be watching Dynamite, so I'm sure we'll have plenty of ammo.
I'm sure we will too.
Oh, looks like Connolly's leg got gashed. I was not close enough to see that. So
I was not, like we
like
said.
I try to keep
I
I
just
keep
want
it
to
a
say
wide berth from Connolly in general.
before this match, it cracked me up because, and I know we'll talk about here in a minute, but the Christian Rose and Joey O'Reilly match happened, and as soon as they rang the bell to say who won on that one, the entire area we were sitting in just got up and walked away. And everybody
Yeah,
was
we
like,
just moved.
"It's not over yet, guys." We're like, "Yeah, we know. We're going to go hide." And they're like, everybody just laughed. We're like, "Yeah, we're not sticking around. We don't want to get hit with the chain. We're getting out
We've
of
been
the
to enough
way."
of these. I've been to deathmatch tournaments before. I know when to get the hell out of there.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of, you want to throw that match up?
Let's throw it up before the dog collar. Damn it, I keep doing this. I'm gonna get this comment off. There we go. Bari. My shirt doesn't cover active grappler. Well played,
Okay,
sir. Well
that's
played.
pretty good. Well played.
All right, so heavyweight championship, Christian Rose and Joey O'Reilly. I really enjoyed this match, Minders.
I did too. I stayed true to my word. I brought Christian his ammunition, and
I think he appreciated it.
he did.
I was hoping that can was gonna fall through and post and hit Tony in the head.
It almost
did. Almost.
We were watching it. We were hoping.
It's just my regret is that we didn't give Christian one of these before his match, instead waiting until after the show was over.
And I was just getting ready to do that plug too. See. But yeah,
my 0-1 mug is in the dishwasher. That's why I'm using my Danhausen again.
I was gonna say that match. We called it though. The low lives got Dallas and Tony got thrown out, and I will have to say how they got thrown out was quite interesting. So
yeah, it was very
really
cagey
no fault of
by
theirs,
Christian Rose. No,
Christian's very smart.
Yes, and also as usual, they listened to us, Minders, because I think you told Christian Rose who he should talk to about maybe having some backup.
I did.
And sure enough, Marvin and
Kyle came out.
As you heard in our fun fact at the start, Marvin waffled Dallas Preacher with a kendo stick. And yes, they got
Not
their
sure
licks
how
in on him.
smart that was, but
No,
okay.
Hey, Marvin, by the way, new gear, he still rocking the flag. It's he's stepping up his presentation a little bit.
He is.
Now
It was good to see.
The music.
No more Chumbawamba, please.
No Chumbawamba.
But yeah, this match was good. Even Joey and Christian tore it up. It was a really good match. Jordan, of course, did his little 2 bits or whatever, and Christian was right though. I mean, I'm sure we're going to talk about it, but Jordan did seem a little preoccupied. So about that match. And
yeah. That's a good segue, Benders, because CMC took on Jordan Perry. Jordan suckered. Well, he thought he suckered CMC into putting his TNT championship on the line, and he said he beat him last month in 3 minutes. He said he would only need 1 to beat CMC this time, and didn't really go Jordan's way, Minders.
It didn't.
What you got there?
This is exactly how much time it took for CMC to beat Jordan.
Yeah.
23
so
seconds.
Really,
Didn't work out so great.
no. It's like you're kind of like the unofficial timekeeper of 0-1 because you timed
Hey, when they
Dallas's
say they're
win
going to do it in a
Thursday.
certain amount of time, I
You're
want
gonna
to make
hold
them
them to
prove
it.
it. So
Put your
I
money
am.
where their mouth is.
I am.
Uh, and it's I tease Dallas a little bit. I'm a fan. He's my buddy, and also now an integral part of the show with his fun fact of the week.
And there's his
Oh yeah, you
picture right
got your
there that I
autographed
got this
picture.
weekend. Yep.
Yeah. And if you agree with me, you can go to prowrestlingtees.com and get your Dallas is my buddy T-shirt in real
Mine's on
life
its
gold.
way.
Yeah.
Mine's on its way.
And
So is my name doing
mine's in the
name
laundry.
things.
I'm on the fence whether I should wear that to every Thursday Night Throwdown. That might get a little old after a while. But
Do like I do. Rotate them.
yeah. Oh, like this week for the show, I try to put in some 0-1 gear on for the show. I got my Eli Wilder T-shirt on today.
I've got my rain shirt on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's and also, by the way, if you go to the shows, they have actual 0-1 merchandise now, not just the wrestlers stuff. They got logo T-shirts and coffee cups, and you saw the mug, you
the
saw the
autograph
water
books
bottle.
is what I think is pretty cool.
The what?
The autograph books they have for the kids to take around or for
Oh
people
yeah,
to take around and get the autographs.
that's a really interesting idea. I never would have thought of that, but yeah, that's a cool touch.
Hmm.
Justice. I'm not sure who Justice is, but that's more on me. And that was met back in '01 at Champagne Mall. I love the Champagne Mall. That's where I used to go get my LJ and WWF figures in the early 2000s at some secondhand toy store there. I forget the name of it. But that's neither here nor there.
Right.
Oh, we got you. All right, and I'm getting all turned around here. Okay, here we go. I got to talk about the match you are most into, Minderz, the three-way.
You know what?
You
I was
called it.
really quiet during this match, though. I was
You
real
were,
quiet during this match.
but we called it though. Jacques pulled a rabbit out of their hat and kept their title in the three-way.
Yep, they let Jimmy Carrot do all the work and took advantage, and that's the downfall to a triple threat.
But out of that, we get another match next month. I think it is. Is it next month or is it War Games?
No, it's March.
But it's going to be a no DQ match between Jimmy Carrot and Jacques Kennedy. I'll admit, when Jimmy was building up to revealing what he was thinking, I was hoping he was going to say fans bring the weapons. Because that's when you see how creative the fans can be.
There's still time. They can still make that stipulation. You just got to clear it through up in the heads at 0-1. So
yeah, the last time I went to a fans bring the weapons match, I took a rolling pin. This is IWA Mid South, and I just bought a cheap wooden rolling pin at Walmart, and everybody was throwing in like their barbed wire stuff and thumbtack covered wiffle ball bats or whatever have you. It's craziness sometimes at these deathmatch shows. I just rolled a rolling pin in. It hit a guy named Michael Z, who was the ring announcer, in the foot. He wasn't looking. He just looks down at it. Then he looks back at me because I was still close to the apron where he just gave me a look like, what the hell are you doing with this? Because there was no originality to it. It was just a rolling pin, but it got used in the match. So the joke's on him. It wasn't quite as clever as my tennis racket wrapped in barbed wire. I took the King of the Death in '08.
Oh, jeez. Well, I was going to say the one that I was going to, COVID ruined it, but they were supposed to have a fans bring the weapons for, hi kitty cat, for one of the matches. I believe it was Anakin and Conley, but it was it was right when COVID hit, so it never happened. And
that was noodles, everybody.
And I had a plan, and my plan was to take Legos.
Oh, don't do that.
That was my plan. I was going to take Legos.
There's only one thing worse than Legos, and that's Army Men.
Yeah.
I've seen both.
Yeah. So, yeah, that match kind of went exactly how I kind of thought it would.
Yeah, still a damn fun match, though.
It was fun. It was a good comeback from intermission. So
somebody posted video they had taken at ringside from the last show when Jimmy came out, and he was wearing Basil on his head, as he
hmm
does.
hmm
And the guy, I guess he'd never seen Jimmy Carrot before, because I just hear somebody on the feed go, "Oh my God, he's wearing a barrel on his head." I'm like, come on. It's, you don't notice his name is the Powder Keg?
Right? It's not really a barrel; it's a powder keg,
No,
but
it's a powder keg. Come on,
it's a
people.
powder keg. See, Basil,
Uh,
he's right there. Do you see
yeah,
Basil? He's right
I
there.
see Basil. Well, a Basil
Well,
facsimile. It's not the
yeah,
actual Basil.
it's not the
Jimmy
actual
wouldn't let you
Basil.
just have the real Basil.
No, Basil doesn't. Basil likes me, but Basil doesn't like me that much.
Yeah. Let's talk about the tag team title match, Menders. Country Air against the Theory of Asian Unity. We finally found out what that TAU means in their team name. Uh,
Yeah,
I couldn't tell you their individual names. I mean, no offense or anything, no disrespect intended, but
we called one the Dirty Ninja because they crawled
y-
underneath the ring in their black
and yeah,
tights. So
it went up very dirty. Yeah, plus, he had
it,
a
it
sword.
ended up very dirty.
Yeah, but they were really fun to watch as a team.
They were.
T- Uh, I still call them Tau just because there was
Let's
no
just make it
periods in
easy.
the
We'll call them
yeah.
Tao. So,
Okay.
but yeah, they had a lot of heelish tendencies,
Hmm.
a lot of
Hmm.
sneaky
Hmm.
stuff, and I thought here we would kind of mess with them when they came out, and then I saw the samurai sword, and I was like, "Yep, nope, keeping my mouth shut."
Yep. But no, I know we were curious about them in the build up to that match, and yeah, they just showed me a lot. I think they made for a very entertaining match with Country Air.
They did.
And
It was
Country Air
very
was a
good.
little off their game though. There were a few miscommunications in that match between the Country Air boys. So the
Yeah, but they pulled it out, and that's all that
they
really
did.
matters. So as long as
Yep,
they get a
that's the
win,
important thing. Yep.
see, I'll say that for the teams that I like.
Mhm.
A win's a win. It doesn't matter how you get
Yep.
it.
Yep. Oh, and since we're talking about Country Air, I got to mention something else about the Gory Pro Show. Soup Myers, the premiere came out for their tag match. Soup he's gotten his haircut since last time we've seen him. Didn't have the short, he had the long hair, and he has uh I forget what the name was. If my wife was listening, what was the euphemism we heard for a mustache the other day? Like a lip curtain or something like that. But it was very much a porn stash going on
Oh boy.
for old Soup. So
Uh,
just
well, hopefully we'll wait and see. And hopefully the premiere will be back next month.
yeah. Hey, speaking of the premiere Menders, we had
Yay!
this one. This wound up being a title match. Warhorse defended his PWL heavyweight championship from the UK in this match.
He did. And as
Lip
soon as they
sweater, my
announced
wife
that,
says.
I knew. And as soon as they announced it was going to be for the title, I knew my guess was going to be wrong on
Yeah,
who
because
was going to win this.
you had Kenway all the way
I had
before
Kenway
Saturday.
all the way. I was set for Kenway to win.
Yeah, I admit. Also, everybody with the Slim Jims was marvelous to see. Hey, Menders, hold up your prize from Saturday if
I
you
got to
can.
get it. Hold on.
Oh, you got to go get it. Okay.
I got to get it.
Well, if for
It
those that
just
don't
takes a
know,
minute. Well, wait a minute. No, wait. It's right here.
oh,
I got
that
a
is
signed Slim Jim from Warhorse.
nice. Yeah, for those that don't know, when we came into the arena on Saturday, there was that size Slim Jim on every chair, and then Menders brought a
I had
cacophony
a
of
pocket
giant
full.
Slim Jims, and you were handing them out if anybody wanted extras. And
Well, some people were hungry when they first got there, and
I
they
ate
thought
one.
they were.
I admit it.
Everybody was thought, oh, Zero1's great. They're giving us little
Right.
snacks, and
I kind of I have an anecdote. My wife really liked Warhorse, by the way. I had an incident. Like I said, I ate the Slim Jim when I sat down, and it reminded me of an incident at the Reindeer Ranch about 5 years ago. When you go to Hardy's Reindeer Ranch in Rantoul, and they give you these, I guess it's like a cookie to give to the reindeer. Like I didn't know that they just handed them out. I ate mine, and everybody that I've told that story to has thought I'm insane afterwards. And we went back this past December, and they same deal to give it out. And I swear, my brother, my wife, and my dad, and at least two of my nieces looked at me to make sure I wasn't going to do it again. So
they're just watching out for you, Mark.
Yeah, I'm a big guy. I get food. It's hard not to eat it. But I digress.
Yeah.
Ken Way. This is my first time seeing Ken Way in the ring in
What'd you think,
person,
Mark?
and very good. He has kind of a Zack Sabre Jr. Bryan Danielson vibe to him, which I dig. And
Yes.
really cool match with Warhorse. And honestly, everybody knows I'm a huge belt mark. Like I love
Hmm.
title belts, all shapes
That
and
belt
sizes.
was sweet.
I love that belt. That's and I talked to Warhorse a little bit about it after the match was over. He said that that's a belt that has been defended in Japan by Fujinami on various like independent shows. It's basically
Nice.
a replica of the old Andre 87 for anybody that knows what that is from WrestleMania 3. And it makes me sound like a huge nerd. I don't care. It's awesome. I want one right there on my
Right there.
wall. The wife will not let me hang title belts on the walls. I've got enough of them I could, but I will respect her wishes for decoration and not do it. Although if I ever get the replica Zero1 USA belt, I may have to for the podcast.
Yeah,
That
you're
that,
gonna
that
have.
remains to be. Yeah, that's a little ways off though. It's I got to get some funds together for that one.
Yeah.
All right, I've gone on tangents. We're not supposed to jump rails on this show. That's supposed to be the other one.
No, it's all
Uh,
right. We're under
yeah,
the same banner. It's fine.
this is true. Same network.
Same
Uh,
network.
yeah. All right. So now we can talk about the opening match of the show, which was Jake Lander and Eli Wilder. Really good match. A lot of what we thought was going to happen. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
So noted. Uh,
Yep.
yeah, she smacked her head. Uh, but yeah, we were saying that this could be Eli's breakout performance with Lander. I think it went a long way to that, even though he didn't get the win. But it was just a really good match, a great way to kick off the show.
Yeah, and I'm a little concerned that Eli, or not Eli, that Jake Lander has a little ammunition to pick on me some more.
Go
Because
on.
actually, this door right here in the middle of that D, you can't see it very well, but it says to Mindy from Jake Lander.
Uh-huh.
So I have a
It'd be great if he
feeling.
would have said, I wish he would have said, Tim Indy, you paid to see me, Jake Lander.
But yeah. So,
Oh,
but it was
this
exactly, yeah.
this is how unhip I am. I said smacking my head. I guess I mean shaking my head. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay.
She keeps me hip. Uh,
But yeah, Eli did a great job during this match.
yes.
He did a great job.
She's laughing at me in the background. I can hear her. Uh,
We all laugh at you eventually, Mark.
it's true. I really have
yeah.
it coming usually. Uh,
Can we talk about the pre-show though? Because those two matches for the pre-show, we had LDLC and who was the other?
Jesse J.
Oh yeah, and Jesse.
Give me 1 second, Minderz. I need to reboot.
I can hear it. But those two guys, they put on a great pre-show. Then they had the Battle Royal, and I know there was a couple of surprises in there of guys that came out, but a lot of them were from down at Thursday Night Throwdown. Talking about the Battle Royal, Mark.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We're back to one. We started the argument again. But no, Cameron Saturn, I'd actually seen at a couple other promotions, and I'm real impressed with him. So and of course my boys and we all go to the same stuff. So when we saw Cameron come out, we popped, and we popped
Right.
hardcore.
That was my first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it came down to Cameron, Hippie Johnny, and Theo.
Yeah.
Theo.
And I would have picked Theo all day for that.
No, I kind of figured Hippie Johnny, because Hippie Johnny, yeah, I think he was due, because he was the next to the last one standing at the previous Battle Royal the time before.
That's true.
So,
that's true.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I say. You never trust a man in red leather pants. And he might have used some backdoor tactics to get the win. So
A win's a win, remember? That's what we were told earlier.
This is very true. Yep. As long as you get to the pay window, as Dusty would say.
We didn't talk about a match either. You missed one.
Yeah, well, I don't have the graphic because it was very impromptu, you know.
I say there was no graphic.
Yeah, but it was our buddy Marvin and his cohort Kyle Pfeiffer against B.A. Malkin and
Bailey. Wasn't that his name?
Bailey.
Yeah. I think that was what that's what the guy was trying to get us to cheer. And I refused to cheer because it was BA. So
right.
Even though he's growing on me, I refused.
But we have to cheer for Marvin though.
Yep.
And
always
but yeah, Marvin and Kyle got the win. We got to talk about something else that happened, Minderz.
I was just gonna say there was some visitors.
We had some surprise guests that popped up. One Cardini and Casey Jackson, who I don't know. Cardini, I think, had worked for Zero1 in the past.
He has, yes.
If I'm not mistaken. I don't think Casey had.
He used to team with. Cardini used to team with Shank Barzini, and they were called Them with Ezra Zellis. So
that makes perfect sense because their names rhyme.
Right?
Cardini and Barzini, you know?
Yeah.
It's great. I'm
yeah, so Cardini and then Casey Jackson I had seen prior to at different promotions. So I kind of already knew who they were when they came in. So
yeah. I had to get AJ to smart me up because you were out of the room when they showed up.
Well, my bad.
Yeah, that's all good.
And Cardini was teamed with Chainsaw Stephen King.
Oh, okay.
I did not know that. But yeah, so they came in and apparently they signed some contracts to join Zero1, and I'm not sure their intentions are very good, but we'll see.
Well, it remains to be seen. They came in. They came in as just the spectators. They got seats back by the announced position, and after Marvin and Kyle won, then they took it upon themselves to lay a whipping on them, and made it pretty clear that they're going to be at War Games, and they said they'd be at the next month's show too. So we'll have to see what goes on there. I think Kyle Phillips was their second in that one. But yeah, so we'll have to see what happens with them. Yeah, you teased it a little bit. They made a big announcement for War Games. There you go, War Games, May 6th.
They did.
Special guest. They announced their special guest. I'm very excited about it because I love this guy.
I figured you would be.
Yep, WWE and TNA Hall of Famer, 20-something odd time tag team champion Devon Dudley will be there, which is very exciting.
So Decatur will be Dudleyville that night.
It will be Dudleyville, and also will be Davyville because
will be Davyville.
They've made the announcement. Davey Richards will be there at War Games. I don't know what his capacity will be, and then they also announced Warhorse will be there again. So
Davy's also having a seminar earlier. I don't know if you'd seen that or not.
Yep. I had not seen that, but it doesn't surprise me. I mean, I think
me either.
Yeah. So War Games is shipping interesting. There was a challenge made also. We should have mentioned that. Marvin challenged the Lowlifes to the War Games match, 4-on-4. So Marvin's going to find a team.
Nope. You haven't seen all the videos.
Oh, there's more. See, you got to keep me in the know here, Minderz.
Hey, I thought you'd see. I shared it on my Facebook.
I only get to do so much on Facebook at work.
Well, Lowlifes are looking for a fifth, and they said they have somebody.
Oh, they're doing 5-on-5.
They're doing 5-on-5. So I'm interested to see who the fifth will be for the Lowlifes.
Can I be wishful? Can I make a wishful thinking guess?
Devon?
Brubaker?
Brubaker? Could.
Think they could dust off Brubaker, bring him back?
I don't know, though, because, I saw that.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be just wishful thinking, but.
Well, same for Zero1 right now. From what we saw, I see 3 people that I think it'll be, which would be Marvin, Kyle, and CMC, because they were the ones that all kind of came out and had the beef.
We all had beef.
Can I make my predictions? Can I make my predictions?
Why not?
All right. I think the Zero1 team should pick up Christian Rose, And
Okay.
I think they ought to pick up Davey Richards.
Interesting. Although I would also throw in a certain ass ruling PWL champion and say Warhorse.
If Warhorse isn't defending the title.
This is very true. He might have a match.
Yeah.
Now with the Lowlifes, I know they've teamed up with Lander in the past in multi-man matches last year or so, and Lander still has that beef with Marvin, so you never know. He might be the fifth guy.
Well, I didn't pay to see
If,
that part, so.
no, he'll make that cage look huge. But, I say that with
Lander,
jest. I like
he
Jake.
said it. I didn't say it. He said it.
Hey,
I didn't say it.
hey,
I was actually nice.
I'm trying to be nice because I do want to have Jake on the show at some point.
I know you do, and I'm sure I'll
Yeah.
probably be very quiet.
You quiet? No, I'm kidding.
It happens on occasion.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a really good show. I'm hoping that some of these shows get put up on YouTube soon, so we can revisit them again. And
I think that's all the matches, though, that we know of for sure that are happening for March and for. Because, I mean, we've got March, April, and then War Games in May. So
yeah, there's still 2 shows before War Games. So there's a lot that can happen before May 6th.
There is.
But yeah, so a lot of cool stuff going down here. So, and we will keep. They're still going.
They're still going. I'm just going to let them go.
If we ever have one of them on, we need to have both, just so it's not just constantly
or all 3 of them.
Comments in there.
It's 3 of them going at it right now.
I know. So
and I'm really kind of surprised. I'm guessing that it's a busy night at work for Bari because we haven't had a running gag yet tonight, and we talked about CMC. So
yeah, he didn't chime in. I was surprised.
I was too.
Yeah. Minderz, we have gone an hour and 12 minutes. That's like way past our personal best for time-wise. So what do you say we pay some bills and get out of here?
Let's do that.
All right. So for
Zero1
Shootout,
real quick.
Yep, Zero1 has merchandise. You see the water bottle. They have T-shirts, hoodies, autograph books, which, like we said, was a really cool idea. Coffee mugs, all kinds of stuff at their shows for good price, like very reasonable. So get some of that stuff. I'll be getting some more of that eventually. For the Shootout, you can go to prowrestlingtees.com/JTRpod. We got a lot of stuff for both of our shows, the Shootout and for Jumping the Rail. The most specific Zero1 Shootout shirts I have there are these 4 so far. Still waiting on.
I'm excited of getting my Dallas and my doing name things.
Yeah, I may need to resubmit the other one that I was working on because I think they may have forgotten about it.
Or you could just wait because I think here within the next couple weeks we might have some more interesting gear coming out.
Yeah, this is very true.
We got some stuff done, so
we got some stuff cooking. It's going to be cool. So
very cool.
So yes, but yeah, so this is what we got on Pro Wrestling Tees. So check that out. Check out all the Jumping the Rail stuff on there too. It's it helps us keep.
I got my I Love Refs. Fingers crossed. I get my I Love Refs before next week.
Yeah. Hey Minderz, why do you need that shirt by next week?
Because Jason Pemberton's going to be on. And he's the
our
poor ref that
referee
takes
in
way
Zero1.
too many bumps.
Yes, old JP. But yeah, we're looking forward to that. Yeah. So so that'll be cool. Also, brainbustertees.com/other/JTR-podcast-network. It's just easiest to go to brainbustertees.com and then just type in JTR Podcast Network in the search. A lot less typing. And we got some stuff there. Not that. There we go. So you got the network logo. We got some Zero1 logo stuff, hoodie, baseball jersey, T-shirt, and stuff for Jumping the Rail also for hoodies because we can't do hoodies on Pro Wrestling Tees. Then we also got stickers and a fanny pack. We got hats. We got all kinds of cool stuff on there. So
don't forget our can koozies.
Oh yeah, and then we have can koozies.
Have.
Yeah, actually, I think we still have some in the possession of one David Cavazos. So he might have some for sale tomorrow in Edgewood. Uh, I may need to beef up my inventory. I think it's kind of while supplies last is the best way to put it right now. Uh, oh,
And of course, I'm always going to support my favorite. Jesse.
Jesse, you don't even have a match with Dallas. It's looking for trouble. But
Jesse.
hey, maybe you have to watch Devontae's back, Jesse, just in
There you
case.
go.
But you were shilling for our favorite powder keg and his water
favorite
bottle
powder
vendors.
keg.
I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
That's a good sturdy water bottle.
It is. I love it.
Yeah. I'm not a marketing expert. I think Jimmy needs to sell coffee mugs in the shape of basil
Well,
or shot
we'll see.
glasses in the shape of basil.
That would be fun.
That would be awesome.
That would be a lot of
So
fun.
if Jimmy's listening, I don't need a cut. Just if you do it, I want a free one. All right. So let's see. And I think that's all we've got, Minders, for this week. Like I said, next week we'll have Jason Pemberton joining us, hopefully. It sounds like, barring some active work, then he'll be there. And let's see. They're gonna keep going until after we're off the air.
Probably. That's what it's
I
looking
hope they're
like.
not Facebook friends, because that could be a message thread that goes for 3 days. I think I would say David should just let them have like a debate in the ring on Thursday Night Throwdown, but it would just be just
It would go
5-star,
way
1-star,
long.
back and forth for 10 minutes.
Yeah. It would.
Lincoln versus Douglas, it would not be. But I digress. So,
Oh,
Minders,
wait. You know what? We're wrong. I forgot. Jesse Reigns is fighting Dallas this week.
Oh, he's in the tag match.
Tag team.
Yeah.
That tag match.
I
totally
get so
forgot.
confused.
Thanks, Raymond. Appreciate it.
Yep. Hang on. Let me find it. Yep, here we go. Yep, there it is. Team of Stetson. So, yeah, I get confused very easily, and sometimes things get missed, so that's on me. Minders, you got anything you want to add before we say goodbye for this week?
I don't think so. It's been a busy week. We've had a very busy week of wrestling. So
we have, and don't forget Patreon, $5 a month. This past Thursday's episode is up on there, so you can check it out. And
that's how we'll be watching.
Sunday.
Tomorrow night would be on Patreon this week.
Then
so
next Thursday, think we're planning on being there. So remains to be seen.
Yep.
So until next week, I hope we'll have a new fun fact from Dallas Preacher. We'll have JP, and probably more spirited debate between Jesse Reigns and 5-star Jesse J in the comments.
And the glitch. The glitch has been chiming in on there too. So
yes. But so until next week, for Minders, this is Redmond. Remind you of all, life is hard and work stiff, and we will see you in a week.